Kurt here with Airsoft Taiwan. Today I'm super excited to introduce a new product that has been about 50 years in the making. The original gun was designed in 1968 and released in 1972. It's the Heckler & Koch PSG-1. So we're going to open up the box here and look what's inside. First of all, I'd like to point out that for many airsoft it comes with a really awesome heavy Pelican style case here. And we're opening it up now. Have a look inside. So inside we've got lots of foam. And here is our gun. Now this is a perfect one-to-one replica of the PSG-1. And having a first look at it, this is just an absolutely beautiful gun. The story behind the real gun here is after the '72 Olympics, where the police force in Germany had inadequate guns for long range. I think they used the G3 at that time. They needed something for better long range shooting. So the end result was this, and it was introduced not for military, but actually for police force and anti-terrorism. So we're going to take a closer look at this and see all the features, and we'll go over the whole gun today, take it apart, and just see how nicely this is built. So in the box, of course, you get the rifle. You get a nice realistic looking 20-round magazine, and you get an autoloader and some instructions on it. First look at the gun. Just beautifully built gun. It's very heavy. So, use an airsoft maybe for a sniper position. You might want to be laying down prone with it or something, carrying it around. Once you get like some optics on it and your front bipod and stuff, it's going to be a pretty heavy gun, but it is very well built. So this UMAREX PSG-1 by Heckler & Koch was made here in Taiwan by VFC company, and it's probably the best one on the market to date. And we're just going to take a look at some of the features and why this gun is so well built. First of all, we're going to look at the foregrip here. And it comes with a very easy, quick release on here. So we're just going to take it with a flat screwdriver, half a turn, and the foregrip slides off like that. And we'll take a look inside. One of the really nice features here is your hop up is here, easy, just hand adjustment. You can see you can turn it quite easily. Easy to get at, take it apart in the field, and it's accessible. We have a very nice one-piece outer barrel, and we'll take a quick look at everything here that's made in stamped steel. So you can see the front here is all steel. All the way to the back here, including your pins and everything else. We'll also take a look here on here to see how authentic your welds are on here. So it's got the welds just like the real gun. It's a very nice replica of the real thing. Okay, because this is an UMAREX rifle, they have the full licensing for Heckler & Koch. So they are able to put all the real markings on here. We got made in West Germany on this side, and we turn it over this side here, and we'll have our PSG-1 44 1970 H&K caliber 7.62 by 5.1. We also note that this rifle is only semi-automatic and safety. There's no fully automatic on these sniper rifles. We're going to take a look at some of the other features here on how easy it is to take apart and point out all the little features that it comes with. Okay, we're going to start from the steel stamped backplate here and the adjustable stock. So it has the realistic H&K pins that pop out like this. Now I've got the pins out, and it should just slide apart. Now it slides apart, your hand grip and your trigger will come off. Taking a look closer, we'll start with the trigger group here. You can see everything in the trigger group is steel. And we'll take a quicker look at it. We have a wood grain-like hand grip, but it is made of polymer. You also have your adjustable height for your hand rest here. So if you have a bigger or smaller hand, you can move the set screw and move it up and down. Also here you have an adjustable trigger, so you can move this ahead or back on the trigger for a more comfortable position. The trigger group is actually all steel around here. So like the G3, this thing is pretty easy to disassemble. I'm just going to pull the bolt out here, and we see we have a aluminum bolt inside here, and it just slides back together so nicely. You can take it apart in the field if you just have something to push the pins out with. We'll slide the bolt back in. Now the trigger group, you have to put it in this way first, and it assembles quite easily. Slide the back on. Just a second here. Got to get it lined up. Put it together and put our pins back in. Now one thing I'd like to mention here is by your strap, you've got a place here to stick your pins when you have it apart so you don't lose it. We're just going to slide them back into the gun. Like so. It's very easy to disassemble and reassemble. So once you've had your foregrip off and adjusted your hop up the way you like it, very easy, just slide it back into place. Take your flat screwdriver, it's just a quarter turn, and everything's locked back into place. Now we'll take a look at some other features here. We have our charge handle here, really smooth action. And the nice thing, it's a full length blowback, so you've got a really nice blowback on here. Really nice feel, strong spring. You also have your forward assist here, like on the real gun. So it's just actual, not function, but it's there. Also, we'll take a look up here. We have our scope mount. It's a welded on scope mount with a Picatinny rail. Now, I'm not sure right now what there's out there for actual scopes for airsoft that match the original one, but if you have some low profile rings, you can put any type of scope on here and it will look good. Some other features we have an actual stamped metal fire selector here, just like the real one, and you just have your safety and fire on your semi-automatic mode. One thing I really like about this gun is your adjustable bipod attachment here. You can move it all the way back this way, all the way ahead, and we'll put the bipod on later to see. Also, on the stock, we have an adjustable comb here. Turn by hand. You can have it down for your cheek or up, wherever you feel comfortable. So if you have a really low profile scope, you have it lower. If your scope's a little higher, you just loosen this and you can adjust your comb up higher. So we're going to look at some of the features of this new PSG-1. First of all, it says overall length 1220 millimeters to 1280, and the reason for that is you have an adjustable stock here. So if you twist this out a bit, and you can get it in a more comfortable position for your eye relief. Sometimes you want to get closer and stuff, you can adjust your stock so your eye relief on your scope, you can get a really good view through it. Adjust it for comfort, it just turns in and back in very easily. So that's where the overall length variation comes from. Now, the next thing we're looking at is the inner barrel is 65 centimeters. So, you know, it has a nice long barrel for accuracy as a sniper rifle. Weight is 5,200 grams, 5.2 kilos. Now, if you're going to start adding a scope and a bipod to that, you're probably going to bring it up to about 6 kilos. So it's going to be a heavy gun. You're going to want maybe like a sniper position where you can lay prone with it or have it mounted somewhere. Or, you know, if you like, you can probably still walk around with it. It's not that heavy to the touch. Uses a 6mm BB, which is standard. Magazine capacity is 20 rounds. And what I like about that is this is an actual 20 round size magazine, so it's accurate to, I guess, the realistic thing. Meters per second, it says out of the box it's 110 meters per second. We're going to test it on the chronograph later and see how accurate that is. Now material, it says plastic and metal alloy. There's a lot of metal on this gun. It's really well built and it's very impressive. Okay, so once you add a bipod, an optic, and your magazine to this gun, it looks very good. Realistically, it looks exactly like the original gun. So, I'm sorry today, but we don't have a scope that fits low profile, so we had some high rings It's a little high, it doesn't look that good on here. Technically, you probably want something a little longer with low profile rings to go on the scope mount so it tucks down closer to the gun. And then a nice short bipod to go with it, and it looks great. All these accessories make it a real beautiful sniper rifle. So now we're going to go over to the chronograph and we're going to test the speed on this gun and see how it feels to blow back. Okay, now that we have our green gas in the magazine and we have the switch set over to this side so to make sure that it locks when we're done with it, we're going to put the magazine and we're going to finally get to test this gun out and see what kind of feet per second we can get out of it. So, magazine's in. And we're ready for the first round through it. We've got the chronograph set up. And here we go, first round. So the first shot through the gun, we're looking at 436 feet per second. So that's almost right around the 110 meters per second that they were talking about out of the book. It's probably a little bit more actually. We're going to go ahead and shoot a few more rounds. Okay, we've got about 385 there. One thing I can mention, it has a really nice blowback feel, a real powerful blowback. You can just watch when you shoot it, the blowback really kicks back nicely. A great feel. We're keeping consistently dropping down with the gas here. I think we're probably around the 370 feet per second. Now, with the green gas, of course, as you shoot a few, and it's cooler today, so it's going to go down in pressure as we go. I'm just going to empty the magazine here and see if it locks back. And there we have emptied the magazine. Okay, other than the first round, which was a little high, we were consistently around 370 to 380 feet per second. Now I mentioned about it locking open. I forgot this gun does not have a lock back position. You know, when you come up here, you have to flip up your charge handle and it'll lock it open there. So from what I can see so far, I'm extremely impressed by this gun. So not only if you want a PSG-1 for your airsoft play, it's not only the best one on the market, it's the only GBB on the market. And we've been waiting a long time for one like this to come out. And I must say, like, I'm impressed with everything about it, you know. From the stamped steel to all the parts on it, everything is made quite nice. If you want to add this iconic Heckler & Koch PSG-1 to your airsoft collection, it is available now on our Airsoft Taiwan online shop.